We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. First carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Locke. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
A gain there of 21 yards. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
On first down, Gold. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Block now to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Locke. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and that'll make it third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Locke looks to throw it again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. This time, Burrow will look to throw. Being chased out left. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
And his kick here is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Block working out of the gun. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a throw here to his running back. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Here we go. 60 out front. Check back. Right there. 54, right there.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And this one through the uprights and good. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. On 3rd down, Burrow. And the Broncos get there and take him down. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. And Joseph Charlton on now to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you...
And a loose football, and the Bengals grab it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Burrow going to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's going to go down again. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The pass there complete to Sutton, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Ross on the return. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Ross, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room.
Now Burrow loses the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
Now it's Burrow. Rolling to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shift.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the 1st half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They've played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the 1st half.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Here's Burrow. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Burrow looking to pass. He gets it left side to Johnson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To the air again, Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about...
And he lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the gun, it's Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Judy with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Snags it for the pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He's got his big tight end, Fant, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Throwing again on second down. Lock. That's going to be caught by Judy. And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Something must not seem right to Lock here, so he steps back and calls timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
On second down, here's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Locke working out of the gun. That's caught left side by Judy. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Locke. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight. Any weapon. Any weapon. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Gone. 54. Yeah.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gold. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Locke looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okuebunam was the target there, but now it's 3rd and goal. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
Mike 5-4.
From the gun, Locke. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy there to make the grab. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Gold, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy. 40 yards. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. And he'll bang that one through. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Going deep downfield for Ross. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Oh, he'll air this one. It's caught at the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, 35 yards. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Mike, 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now Johnson. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They'll run it with Johnson. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here we go with Johnson. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
It was 4th and short. Defensively, they went with a goal line set trying to stop them. That did not work out.
Yeah, and this does not happen just simply here in this game where you make an adjustment. This happens back in camp when you're running your drills and you keep stacking the line of scrimmage and throwing more bodies close to it so everyone knows who to block, how to block them to give their back a chance.
And they gave their back a big chance. He went flying past that 1st down marker for a huge gain.
They'll run it with Johnson. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The extra point up and good, and that will cut this lead down to 25. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got playing to catch.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
A lot going to throw it here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st? And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Lock now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here.